come and join me. I'm here once again with Mr. Singh. We've just been talking about a little trip that you've had down in America. How does it compare with Britain, the whole sort of medical setup then?
Well, the medical setup, I was fortunate. I went to America for 1 year, and I went for specialist training at the end of my training in England.
Yeah.
And it's a very different healthcare system. And certainly before I went, I was a little bit disillusioned with the NHS, but when I've come back, I'm starting to become a believer in it again.
Absolutely. Is it because they have to pay for everything there,
Yeah,
down to the tablet,
they
even
pay
if
for
you have
everything.
a paracetamol?
They pay for everything, and the insurance rates have become so high because of malpractice and litigation that a lot of people in America don't have health insurance.
Sure.
And I think now they're saying about 15% of the population actually have no health insurance.
Right.
And unlike the UK, where everyone has access to healthcare, those 15% have access only to emergency healthcare, but they don't have access to a normal GP,
Support our NHS system a
Oh,
little bit
support it
more.
all the way through.
Well, it all started so relatively young for you, didn't it? I mean, you were a 13-year-old boy watching. Is it your father or somebody?
Well, it was one of our friends. He took me to see a hernia operation. You're not allowed to do that anymore, but it used to happen those days. But it was great, and you know, and it was a nice case, and it inspired me that I would like to do surgery in the long run.
Yeah, it reminds me of sort of seeing my dad or mum sort of cook something.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, I want to do that. It does. It lives with you.
It lives with you,
more, doesn't it?
and you're used to it from an early age. You don't get squeamish.
And you must have seen some amazing cases. So give us an idea of what are the most common injuries with bones and stuff like that?
Well, the common injuries we see in the younger patients, we'll see wrist fractures are very common. People falling over and breaking their wrist. Often you can just manage it with a plaster under appropriate supervision. Sometimes we need to fix them with wires. These are kind of what we call low velocity injuries. So these are usually from falling heights, but sometimes you get high speed trauma.
Sure.
Now, we're fortunate at St Thomas's, we're not near any major motorways.
Yeah, well, you've been on call all night and there was no major call-outs, was
So I was very lucky, yeah. But
Lovely.
certainly I've worked at some places near the M25 where you're inundated with...
I'm sure you are. Thank you so much for joining us again. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And
thank you very much,
on City Hospital. Great, yeah, pleasure.
Thanks
Thank you. Andy.